I need to open up D&D Beyond. Let's do that now.
Go for it.
Oh my god, you're really hurt.
Hey
Me?
everybody, welcome to Dungeon Academy. We play Dungeons and Dragons. Let's see, couple things. All right, so
That later.
there's a little bar in the corner. So if you donate bits, once it gets to 1,000, a random player will get a natural 20. We had somebody donate like 10,000 bits yesterday, so the bar is way out there. But so once it gets to 1,100, then someone will get a natural 20. And up in the top left corner, that's the activity tracker. It's above Aya. So
I will track all the activities.
That is your job. Brienne just texted me. She said thanks for the reminder, so hopefully she'll be here.
Okay.
She might have a different hour.
Yes.
Yes.
Canada on a different time.
Yeah. Yeah. Who knows? Yeah. I don't know what day it is there right now. So
I'm doing okay. I forgot about the time change, so hold up.
I tried to remind her.
So the group is in Barovia from Curse of Strahd, and it's ruled by a vampire named Strahd, and he's trapped there. So last time what happened was Seraphine ended up getting sucked into her own domain of dread, and the rest of the group was fighting Lilia's parents, who were trying to turn into undead wizards known as liches. Her dad had actually completed the transformation, but her mom had not. So her mom, there was this potion that she needed to drink to turn into a lich, and it needed one ingredient, and that was, ooh, okay, cool. Yay! All right, hold on.
You're here!
Hi!
All right, let's
Welcome back, fam.
Welcome back
mess
to
of things.
this nonsense.
Just gotta move some boxes around a little bit.
That's what you gotta do sometimes.
Whoops.
It's okay. It's okay.
All right, there's Brave Sweet over there. And there's Winthrop, who's in the right box, but the box...
He's always in the right box. It's his power.
I know.
All right.
Every time, it's always Winthrop that's in the right box.
All right, Aya needs to go up into her box.
Hey, I'm Brave Sweet right now.
Just for a second. Then Chloe goes over to Chloe's box. Seraphine.
Yeah, I'm me again. Oh my god, body swap AU. Scooby-Doo style.
Let's see.
Okay, good.
Lilia just be super awkward because long legs.
Starts tripping over herself, just like, well,
All right.
Long legs and everybody's super nut dexy.
Let's see. Let me fix Winthrop a little bit.
What?
I want to fix yours in the center a little bit.
That's what I do.
Alright.
Like that
I hate time zones.
there.
All right.
Things annoying.
Let's just all be in the same time zone.
Oh, come on.
Maybe at PAX Unplugged this year. Maybe we could do that. Something like that.
Hope
Maybe.
and pray. Hope and pray.
All right. So, so Brienne missed last week, so let me make sure I give this a good recap.
Right. Because again,
So-
yet again, once
Brienne,
again.
last time the group fought Lilia's parents. Lilia's dad had become a lich. Lily's mom was on her way to becoming a lich, but she needed to drink this potion. It was missing one ingredient, and that was Lilia's blood. So Lilia actually blew up the potion. And there's this big wooden statue of the shadow that was the entity that's giving him power. And it was also the lich's phylactery, which holds his soul. So in order to kill the lich, you got to blow up the phylactery. But Lilia seemed to be the only person who could even harm it. So they pretty much chased her parents away. And there's this big rumble. And like the whole section that they were in, this village and the abbey, was encircled by this rift. And the whole place basically just pulled out of Barovia. But the group was able to escape to a safe spot. Except for Seraphine. Seraphine ended up getting sucked into her own realm. So she's gone from the group. And she's in her own like little domain of dread. And also Brave Sweet. During the battle, the lake, some entity from the lake, like shot into your body, and there's like a
cool.
ghostly entity like riding alongside your brain, basically.
Okay.
And,
Okay. So I'm old and I got a ghost.
Yeah, you have a ghost. So, everybody with Seraphine, you're all in the Barovian forest, right on the edge of where Krezk was. And now you're looking down at just this big, endless void where Krezk was. And Brave Sweet, so Brave Sweet, this thing that's inside of you, it's a dude. And his name is Sergey. He's like a holy warrior.
What?
And so
What?
he
What?
Oh my god!
The boy!
he gives you the power. So if you want, you have the ability to lay on hands. So basically, you can use an action to touch somebody and heal them. You have a pool of 60 points. So you can just take, like, if you want to heal somebody, you can just say, I heal them for 20. That means you have 40 left and that'll get replenished once you take a long rest. All right.
That's amazing!
So,
I still don't like it.
as you're like standing there, Sergey talks to you in your head, Brave Sweet.
I don't like
And he
this.
says, your friends are turning evil, Brave Sweet.
Thanks for pointing out Mr. Obvious.
And you cannot trust my brother, Strahd.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's gone. What happened to him?
Now, I've come a long way to tell you this. But don't worry, I'll help you to the best of my ability.
Is there a point when you leave my brain?
Well,
There's only enough room for one crazy person.
But I was able to escape Barovia, and this piece of me is here to help you. But at any time, if you want me to leave your mortal coil, I will do so.
Please leave.
Oh my god.
All right. And you hear he's like, farewell. And you lose your ability for lay on hands.
I'm okay with that.
Right.
That's fair.
I was trying to
Crazy.
help you.
Not okay
You.
That's horrible.
Get out!
Oh,
I mean,
boy.
Strahd's my
Out!
brother.
Get out!
I'm kind of a big deal.
Get out! Get your own body!
Your own body.
Out of all the people to choose to possess in this group.
Could I possess Fabio?
No! Lay off!
Lay off of your on hand.
Oh,
Okay,
boy.
I totally did not expect that. All right, he's gone. He's gone. So, you're in the forest. Lilia. Strahd gets off of his horse, his nightmare. It's a black horse.
He
with
gets off
flaming
of his high
horns.
horse.
He does. And he stands at the edge of the rift, and his cloak billows in the wind. And then he kneels down next to you, and he places a hand on your shoulder. He says, "Those were your parents.
Yeah.
I'm sorry."
I know a thing or two about bad rulers.
When we find them, I will leave it up to you to decide what you want to do with them. I visit the tomb of my parents often, and I can't imagine what this must be like for you, my friend.
They were not good people, nor good parents.
He stands up and he gets on his horse and he says, "Well, the way that I see it, we have two choices. We can go hunt down the Lich, or we can look for your Vistani friend."
Question, Sean. Is the statue gone? Like this
It is gone. You're not sure what happened to it.
Okay. So like it could be in Seraphine's Domain of Dread or it's just gone forever.
Well, Esmeralda tells you that she thinks she saw them. It kind of shrunk
Okay.
when they're carrying it with them.
Oh, that's convenient. That
Mhm.
seems a lot better than carrying around a giant statue of a goat man.
They thought of
No
everything.
That is smart. That reduced spill, man.
Well, okay, well, I suppose that we need to go get the rod, get Fabio, and then go find Seraphine. Right?
Then get the rod of 7 parts and then get out of here.
Well, yeah, yes. Because Seraphine is no longer in this realm.
Strahd
Right.
says that is correct. The Vistani might be able to find her, but extracting her from the realm is nearly impossible.
What if we get? Do you know if we get a powerful enough entity, we can be able to destroy the realm, get her out?
No one's been ever able to do that before.
Well, maybe
I
we
would
can go.
assume that the realm would be destroyed if you killed the Darklord in control of it.
But we don't want to kill.
But I won't allow that to happen, he says.
Of course not. She's my friend. I wanted to save her. I'm gonna save her.
Well, then we're on the same page. Oh, thank you, Scotty.
Yay! Thank you for paying our tuition.
Hey.
Dungeon Academy student loans.
on Mad Mage, it's,
Paying for the tuition.
Is a horde. Here, it's tuition.
Meanwhile, Seraphine. So your domain of dread, you're in this big rundown temple of Umbra, and you had seen a big army kind of gathering, being led by the abbot, the fallen angel of Umbra. And you had just put on the armor, right? So this is armor of invulnerability. It's on the DMG page 152. So it gives you resistance to non-magic weapons. So if somebody hits you with a weapon that's not magic, you take half damage.
Okay.
And you can, as an action, you can make yourself immune to non-magic weapons for 10 minutes, meaning you don't take any damage unless somebody's attacking you with a magic weapon. And that power replenishes every dawn.
Okay.
And this armor, all right, if you can kind of say what it looks like, but here's my picture of it is, it's got like a faceplate of an angel who's weeping, and there's broken wings coming out of the back.
I like it.
Don't blink.
Can I do it in like the style of the Daedric armor from Skyrim?
Sure.
Fuck yeah. Then yes. I want it like that.
Okay. And there are a few rooms in this temple you haven't explored. You can see what looks like a hall full of suits of armor. And you see a room with 3 pools in it. Yeah.
Okay, I'll go check out the pools. What's going on there?
And outside, it looks like it's dusk. You're gonna go check out the pools? Okay. So, there's 3 statues of you, each looming over a pool of what looks like a red liquid. As you get close, they ripple, and you can see moving images in them.
That looks so cool. Do each of the pools have a similar image, or are they different?
They're each different.
Okay, I'll look in the first one.
All right. So you see a dwarf with a black beard, and he seems to be like an expert at making armor. But the other dwarfs make fun of him all the time because he's small, even for a dwarf. You can see certain times where they're bullying him, and when they get done, he like clenches his fist in rage. As you watch his story, you feel like you have the power to influence him, give him the ability to get revenge if you so desire. But there are 2 other pools as well.
I'll check out the other pools first before doing anything.
You see, on some mortal realm, a church of Umbra, there's a plague going around. And the Church of Umbra is trying to cure the plague. But many of the villagers are superstitious. They are refusing magic aid. And so these ancient plagues that went away long ago are coming back because these people are refusing to let magic heal them. And this one cleric, Lythalia Sunshadow, is kind of thinking that she should just seal up the church and let them all die of the plague. You feel like you have the power to influence that dream if you so desire. There's one more pool.
Okay.
All right. Umbra, when she was a mortal, she was the daughter of a succubus and a mortal. And so a daughter of a succubus and a mortal is called an alu demon or an alu fiend. It's like a half succubus. So what happened was this lord of this keep made a baby with a succubus, right? And his wife obviously wasn't happy. So they kept the baby. They just threw her in like a dungeon room and hid her from everybody. And so her whole life, she's been just thrown scraps and just lived her whole life in this cell. And she desperately wants to get out and get revenge on her parents. You feel like you have the power to influence this person if you so desire and help her achieve her dream.
Okay. If I help them, does it have to be like I have to help them get revenge, or can I choose their actions and how I influence them?
You can't choose their actions. You can just give them a power that may corrupt them and become kind of like one of your minions or allies.
Oh my god. Seraphine becomes a god.
Looking out over your domain is very small. There's your temple, there's a big battlefield, and then there's this hovering island where the abbot lives. Other than that, it's just mist. But like as you're looking in the pools, you can see like alternate versions of your realm where either a dwarven city is added, or that keep is added, or the plague village is added.
Wow.
So you know that
Expand.
domains of dread pull corrupted mortal realms into them and add them to your own. So basically, this is a way for you to add to your domain of dread.
This turned into SimCity real fast.
SimCity. I'm just gonna destroy everything.
Okay.
SimCity Demon Edition.
Okay.
You don't have to pick any of them right now, but you feel you're. Wait, actually, Your
Yeah.
demon blood begins to boil. Make a charisma saving throw.
Ah!
Of
So
course.
what, charisma? Or what was it?
Charisma, yeah.
Okay. Oh, God bless me, Umbra. Okay, that's a dirty 20.
You abandoned Umbra. I don't even know what to tell you.
Okay, well, she's a bitch. So
Like a sigh of disappointment blows through your temple as you resist the urge to impulsively pick one right now.
It's
Yeah.
a gift from Mad
I-
Max. Coming back with a vengeance.
could I tailor my revenge? Like helping someone get revenge?
Could try, yeah.
Okay. Then, if I could, I would like to touch on the dwarf that was bullied.
Dwarf.
But instead of having him like harm the bullies, I would try to influence him in his dreams to be better than them and like be smarter and like build stuff that gets him recognition. If I can do that.
Okay, so he's sleeping and you kind of reach out to him and he has a dream and is divinely inspired. And when he wakes up, he immediately goes to his anvil and begins creating something.
Good as I can do, you know. I'm not trying. Don't be hurting no people, but just be cool. Make some cool shit.
Yeah, man.
So,
Okay.
meanwhile, in Barovia, Strahd is
Hello.
staring at you. Well, where are we going now? Oh, he looks into the rift. And he says, I wonder what's in there. Is it a
I
way
think-
out, perhaps?
Well, we know it cannot be a way out if, like, you can't get just out of Barovia just like that.
What
Strahd.
would happen if you jumped in? Would it take you somewhere other than here?
You know stuff about this, about Barovia, right? You can know where people are.
I've been a prisoner here for centuries, alone in Castle Ravenloft. And his cape flutters in the wind.
Right, but I'm asking, have you found, like, are you able to find people? Would you know where Marcus is?
It would be child's play for me to find him.
Well,
Then do it.
He says,
Kinda
I
Neo.
called upon the children of the night. And all of a sudden, like, bats come out of the trees. A huge swarm of bats goes, whoosh. They shall find him, little one.
I mean,
Then he
no,
grabs
We
Escher.
follow him.
You!
Oh.
And he
Hands
dangles
off,
him
poor
over the
boy.
rift. Perhaps you can find out what's in there. Traitor!
No, wait! No, wait! We're all a team here.
A team. He deserted them.
You know, just like we'll try the rift, but you know, let's not get too hasty now. Is there like a rock or something that I could throw through the portal just to see?
Strahd, with one hand, throws Escher into a tree.
oh, okay.
Snow comes out of the tree.
Okay, I was
That's
just like,
fine.
lands
I was gonna
on
go-
him.
that's fine.
Hey, does Winthrop have anything to say about this? Because
He's a raven, and he's like titter tattering on Lilia's shoulder right now, just like.
okay.
Very sweet. You throw a rock in there, and it just disappears into the black void.
I take some rope from my pack, tie
No,
around the rock,
no,
throw
no,
the rock
no.
in the portal, and then pull the rock out using the rope.
Okay, so you're gonna get like a big rock, tie a rope around it. Whiz you.
Because she wants to know if she can hop it through and then hop back.
Basically, you throw it in, and there comes a point where it's just kind of like your rope gets stuck, and you're pulling on it, and it's not budging.
Well,
I don't think we should go this way, guys.
Can I try detect magic on it?
Sure. What'd you get? Oh, it's not a roll, is it?
No, it's just a.
Detect magic. It's not a magical effect. It looks like it is some kind of like planar something.
Oh.
Your guess, Lilia, is that it's kind of like the space. It's not the ethereal plane, but it's some kind of void between the planes.
Okay.
Something
Well,
like outside the bounds of normal rules.
It might be better than being here, but you're still looking for people. So
We still have a job to do, and as much as I really don't want to carry on without Seraphine, we need to get the rod because, there are people after it.
Strahd, like a bat lands on Strahd's shoulder and says, the Vistani have captured your friend. They're whipping him. Madame Ava is there.
Why did he run away? Okay, what direction?
He points to the north.
Bravesweet heads towards that direction right away.
As you walk by a tree, you suddenly see a black carriage pulled by 2 skeletal horses just kind of parked there, and the door swings open.
Perfect. We'll walk right in now. Come on, guys. What's going on? What's the holdup?
Fabio gets in and sits right next to you.
Oh!
And Vasilka, the flesh golem, sits across from Fabio. And
Of course.
Esmeralda sits next to Vasilka. And Escher, guess he sits next to Vasilka also.
It's the most awkward vibe.
Everybody on this one seat.
We're all crammed in there, and it's just super weird.
I'll jump in there, but I'm still a raven, so I'll just. I'm antsy. I'm just fluttering around. Just.
I think this whole
every once in a while landing on Bravesweet, every once in a while landing on Lilia, every once in a while landing on Escher, every once in a while I'm landing on everybody, just like at any given time, and I'm just not knowing how to feel.
If you hop on me and then hop off like a few times, I swat at you at least once. like enough.
Lilia,
and I'm annoyed by like everybody squishing onto this one seat, so Bravesweet actually gets up and goes on the other side. On the other seat.
I did forget
I'll go on the other side.
You children.
I did forget to ask. Did Wynn's Zombom get out of the area, or is she?
You kind of lost track of her. You're not sure where she went.
Okay.
I'm sure that won't come back.
No, I just had an idea of what I wanted to do if she was there, but if not, then what's happening is exactly what I was expecting.
While we're writing, Lilia will be jotting down some notes. And there's a lot of crossing out and a lot of rewriting, and it just looks like a mess.
You alright?
Yeah, I'm fine. I'm just thinking about stuff. There's a lot happening, and our friend is in a terrible, horrible place, and I can't help her, so that's great. It's fine. My parents are somewhere doing something evil. There's a goat man that we need to look out for.
Yeah.
Queen of Chaos is after us.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly. Though everyone else gets.
Alright, you keep writing.
Meanwhile, let's see, Seraphine. So there was another hall, or you can check on the army outside.
I'll check on the army and see how close they are.
They're still mustering. You see a lot of them getting bows and arrows, and some of them are sharpening the tips of their spears.
Oh, great.
And the abbot, with his big, huge wings of black feathers, is kind of inspecting them and,
I'm sorry.
He's alive.
Then I'll go check on the hall.
Okay. Huge hall. Okay. So the walls, there's all of these giant, like 10-foot tall suits of armor, and they kind of are almost like hunchbacked. And they have spikes sticking out of the back, and they're all just empty suits. There's got to be like at least 50 of them, just all the way around the hall. And in the center of this room, there's this huge chasm, and you could feel like wind, and almost like the wind is pulling you slightly towards it. Also, yeah, no, I already told. Never mind. That's it.
Try not to reveal too much. Okay. I'll tie a rope to myself and tie it to one of the suits of armor and just kind of like try to look at the chasm, see like what's it doing.
As you step closer to the chasm, like the wind kind of picks up, and you begin to almost slide towards this.
Oh shit! Nope. I'm gonna grab on the rope and pull myself back.
Okay. All right. So yeah, there's suits of armor, and you're hearing shouts from outside.
I'll go check on what that's about.
So you step out of your temple and down a slope. It's like 100 feet of a gentle slope at the bottom. There's this it looks like there's about 100 mongrel folk, all armed. And the abbot lets out a shout and points at you. And all 100 mongrel folk pull out bows.
Ah, shit.
And they aim them at you. Do you do anything before they shoot them?
Fuck. Can I run back inside the temple, hide from it?
Okay.
Or is it gonna be like slowed down and I automatically like get hit?
That's all right. You run back in. The arrows, you hear the arrows go flying. It's just whoosh, 100 arrows, and they kind of hit the walls and land in the spot that you were. But now you're back inside. You hear shouts from outside. It looks like they're switching to their spears.
Can I check out the suits of armor and see if I can do anything with them?
Oh man.
You run over to the suits. They are totally empty inside, and they're not moving. And you can hear the mongrel folk running up the hill, shouting.
Okay. Fuck. Then I'll just prick my finger with, I'll pop some claws out of one hand, prick my finger, kind of flick the blood at the suits. Like, if something special needs to happen, I need help. And then I'll just pop claws out.
As you do that, a bunch of mongrel folk kind of pour through the door to this room with spears out, and a bunch of them charge you.
Okay. Then I'll that's a lot of mongrel folk, so I'll activate the suit.
Okay. So it's sort of like slow motion. 5 of them run at you with spears. And this chasm is nearby. And you activate your suit's power, which makes you invulnerable for 10 minutes. So we don't need to roll anything. You just kind of tell me what happens. They run at you with their spears. Their spears strike your armor, and they break. And then what do you do?
I'll basically just go through them like butter. Like, I'll use my sword for the majority of it, and anything I can't, I'll use my claws on my other hand and just kind of like hook them, and then I'll just start throwing as many people towards the chasm as I can.
Ooh, okay. So you just start cutting their heads off and stabbing them. They scream. Some go flying into the chasm. Some fall over dead. More pour through the door with their spears. They run up to you. Their spears break again. And you do the same thing to them?
Yeah. Okay. I don't know what the chasm does. So I'm almost like experimenting. Like, what do I do with this?
Make another charisma save as your demon blood starts to like shoot through your brain.
Wow, I'm rolling really well tonight. Okay. That's
power.
That's 19.
Okay. So basically you kind of see red and you just hear the screams of dying people. But if you had failed to save, you would have to kill all of them in gruesome ways. Now they are all trying to kill you.
I know that, but like the way I'm fighting is more self-preservation than so much as like I'm pissed off and want them dead. Kind of like instead of like aiming for the kill, I'll kind of just like wound them as bad I can and just kind of hack through them, push them.
So the ones who retreat, you don't murder them, basically?
Yeah, I'll murder the ones who are definitely like aiming for my head, but not so much like definitely like kill them gory.
So it's just like blood sprays everywhere. Your temple, the whole floor is just coated with the blood of slain mongrel folk. And what you notice is as you watch some crawl away from you wounded, and others just run back towards that floating island. And you kind of dimly detect their spirits all float above their bodies and then shoot into that room with the armor.
Oh, fuck.
And one of the suits of armor becomes animated, kind of 10 feet tall, and it stomps over and stands next to you.
Does it look like it's going to attack me, or...?
No, it looks like it wants to defend you.
Oh, fuck yeah.
And it starts picking up the mongrel folk, the dead bodies, and sticking them on the spikes on its back. So it's got like 3 or 4 corpses like impaled on the spikes on its back. And it seems to be drawing energy from them.
This is so badass. It's so bad. Okay.
So fucked.
Yeah, I'm not gonna heal anyone, so anyone who's wounded in the temple, I'll kind of just let it happen.
And for each mongrel folk that you killed, you feel more dark energy kind of being imbued into you.
Shit.
And you feel your control over the realm growing stronger. You feel like at this point you could somewhat control the mists and obscure the battlefield with the mists if you want to.
Oh, I have ideas.
You also sense activity coming from the pool.
Oh, God. Okay, I'll go check out the pool.
You look at the pool. And so basically what happened with the dwarf is he had this dream of building armor just like yours. So he created his own armor of invulnerability. And he puts it on. And when those dwarves come to bully him, he mercilessly slaughters them all and takes over the dwarven city as his own. And he rules it with an iron fist.
Well, I don't want him to do that.
Nah.
Okay.
Don't you know your actions have consequences?
Everything does, okay? Like bullies.
So, meanwhile, you have a really awkward ride in your black carriage drawn by the 2 skeletal horses. Strahd is kind of flying above. And up ahead...
I thought he was saying it awkwardly with his shoulders.
That would be so weird.
He knew it was going to be awkward, and it's just like, nah.
It's nighttime, and up ahead on the road, you see a campfire and a few wagons, and people circled around a campfire, and you hear like, "This wine is really good. I enjoyed this wine." And you also hear like,
No! Alright. We swing out of the wagon. We go, okay, guys, the plan is, and then I just
fly over and land near Marcus as a raven. Unless it was like 4 hours of a ride, in which case I don't do that.
So you, in raven form, you fly over the camp. So you see about 8 Vistani sitting around a fire, talking. There's one wagon, and through the window you see an old lady with her Taroka deck, like consulting the cards. And then in a tent, you see a guy whipping Marcus. Marcus is like, his hands are bound by rope, and he's kind of outstretched, and his bare back, he's just getting whipped.
Can I disarm this guy who's whipping Marcus?
Right now, Winthrop is the only one who sees this. The rest of you are back by the carriage.
Okay.
I'm gonna just fly in, still raven form, and start pecking at the ropes. Just like try to get him free.
The guy doing the whipping goes, "Get out of here, bird!" And he tries to whip you.
Okay. I don't know what my stats are.
15.
That probably hits me. I don't know what my Raven stats are.
You take 4 points of damage from a whipping.
Gonna
Get out of
find
here,
out.
bird!
Hold on. Need to learn.
This bird
Raven.
won't save you.
Oh, I turn into an elf.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Ravens do not have hit points.
Ugh.
They have 1.
He like is a little shocked and he goes, well, a dusk elf. Ha ha ha! Get out of it, dusk elf. Can't you see I'm busy? With this piece of excrement.
Oh.
Oh,
Good words.
it's probably the worst insult that Marcus has received.
I just like, I know this sounds weird. Release the, I was going to say Vistani, but you're also Vistani. I don't know how to go about it. Release this one.
Release this! It's mine!
He says, what, are you crazy? Because of him, my little girl is dead. Isn't that right, you turd? Marcus says, I'm not a turd. I made a mistake. Please don't kill me, Luvash. And Luvash says, I am definitely going to kill you.
Vistanis are the worst.
I mean...
So Marcus, like, cranes his neck and he sees it's Winthrop, right? I mean, you do look like Winthrop, right?
Yeah.
He says, Winthrop, you came to save me.
Yeah. Oh, Primal Savagery actually take care of one of the ropes and just sizzles off. And just like...
But you can still do that, but as you're forming your claws, he says, Winthrop, I did something terrible. Maybe you should just leave me to my fate.
Can we walk in? This is...
Alright, so the rest of you, alright, you ride up. Alright, so when the rest of you ride up in your black carriage, and Strahd lands, all of the Vistani immediately, like, stand up and get nervous. And Madame Ava, like, comes out of the cart. And they all say, oh, Count Strahd, to what do we owe the pleasure? And Strahd just looks at them and demands to know where Marcus is. And they point towards the tent.
I'm gonna walk that way.
Okay.
Same.
So you all walk into... Oh, well, so Winthrop, were you going to claw the rope anyway?
Yep. And I'm saying people do bad things, and now we need to save Seraphine.
All right, so you claw and free him, and Luvash says, You just made a huge mistake. It's so stupid what you just did. And then Strahd, like, whoosh, unfurls the tent. Luvash says, Count Strahd, I did not expect you to be here. And Strahd says, we have need of this one. And he grabs Marcus. Marcus looks like super scared. Please don't turn me into a vampire. I'm just a lily. I know, you know. And Strahd just tells him to shut up.
I don't want to make enemies of any more people. I look at the person who is the dad of the... I remember her NPC name, but I don't know it as Winthrop.
Arabelle. It was
Arabelle. Yeah.
I think that Marcus told us this story.
Probably, yeah. It's like, I don't want to make more enemies of you and your people here. We just need this one to take us to another place that he'll probably end up dying in too. No offense, Marcus.
Luvash as well. If Count Strahd needs him, then there's not much I can do now, is there? At least for now.
Sorry about your bro.
If there's anything I can do.
Luvash just like looks sad and looks at the ground. And Strahd pulls Marcus out of the tent. And the Vistani gather around. And Strahd explains that he tersely explains that Marcus is going to need to go through the mists and find a new domain of dread. because Seraphine is there somewhere. And as he's talking and explaining what's going on to the Vistani, Lilia, you see Madame Eva, like, staring a hole through your face.
Can I help you with something?
She beckons you over to her carriage.
I'll walk over there. Yes.
Once you're inside her carriage, which is full, there's like all these trinkets hanging from the ceiling. There's like a round table covered in cloth, and there's like a crystal ball sitting on it. She's got a Taroka deck like all laid out.
Lilia loves it.
She suddenly slaps you in the face as hard as she can.
Oh my god! Do I see this?
No, she does it in the confines of her carriage.
Oh, okay.
She says, "This is all your fault. Your stupid, gnomish parents are destroying Barovia and ruining everything that Strahd built."
How is this my fault, exactly?
You and your disgusting gnomish clan are ruining
I haven't been
everything.
part of that clan for 48 years. So I don't know exactly why I have been. I already have troubles with feeling like this is my fault. I don't need you to tell me this.
It is your fault. I just did a reading. Everything here is going to be gone soon. All that's going to remain is Castle Ravenloft in the village of Barovia. And I blame you. And you make sure you get Strahd to safety.
It's not my fault. I tried to stop them. I was trying to stop them.
Well, you didn't try hard enough, did you? You're useless.
No, I'm not.
Winthrop.
Yes.
Like, there was 8 Vistani, but suddenly you see one more in the group. As Strahd has gone, blah, blah, blah. There was the abbot, and there was like 2 flesh golems. You see,
Blah, blah.
dressed as a Vistani, you see your mom in human form.
Like,
or her original form, whatever that was. Shatterkai?
what?
Was she originally a Shatterkai?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a Shatterkai, Dusk Elf, just hanging out with them. Nobody else seems to notice.
The heck?
She
The
looks at
heck?
you, shocked. She says, "Winthrop," and she runs over and gives you a hug.
It's like, what's happening right now?
She says, "I've been looking for you for so long," and a tear runs down her cheek.
There was like you zombies like 3 different times. I am very lost right now. What's happening?
She says, "This is a strange place, but maybe in some way it's bringing us back together. We don't need to question it. Have you seen your father?"
Last I saw him, he was fell.
Braceway, you look at Winthrop and you see like a zombie like hugging Winthrop in like a powerful crushing.
Oh, I like shoot an arrow at that zombie.
So Braceway,
Has he not told you that zombies look?
You shoot an arrow and it strikes her in the head, and Winthrop, suddenly your
my
mom
God.
is a zombie mom. She's got an arrow sticking out of her head.
Oh, fuck.
I am so confused.
Join the club. Join the club.
Like, how is what?
And I'm like, Win, get away from the zombie! Stop!
The zombie like staggers back and like looks around and just starts wandering off into the misty forest.
I am so confused. Did it still look like the?
Mhm.
Okay.
What is going on with your family?
I have no idea. Oh
Marcus
my
says,
gosh.
All right, I guess I'm going to do this mist thing, and hopefully we can find Serafina. And I don't know.
Yeah.
And I don't know what happens next. Suddenly, there's a huge rumble, and it's like an earthquake, and the ground under your feet starts to split, and in the gap is this like necrotic purple light that issues forth. Everybody make a dexterity saving throw.
Oh boy.
14.
14. Okay. What about Bray Sweet?
Hold on. I'm getting my dice. I'm about to bring them out today.
What about Lily? What'd you get?
Got a 16.
What about?
I got a 17.
I so
Sorry.
Winthrop.
Sure.
So
Of course.
Yes.
Luvash, Winthrop, and Marcus all fall into the rift, but are able to grab onto the edge of it.
Woo!
Fuck.
Wee woo!
Wee woo.
Ew.
What do you all do?
Lily,
Why don't you go first?
We're
What do
going.
you wanna do,
Marcus,
Lily?
is this supposed to happen?
So
There was a
rumbling
huge like
outside?
earthquake that split the camp, and there's glowing purple light from it. So there's this huge crack in the ground, and Winthrop, Marcus, and Luvash all almost fell in, but they're hanging from the side of it, losing their grip quickly. So Lily, what would you like to do?
I turn to Madame Eva and go, listen, ma'am, I am going to fix this. I am going to fix all of this, and I don't need you to tell me that this is my fault. Because I know that it is. It doesn't matter right now. I am going to fix it. And she's just going to be like, and you can stay here, and whatever this is can come crumbling down upon you, and you can, or you can come with me and see how it ends. I'm going to give the story a happy ending.
She blows past you and yells out to Strahd, making sure that he's okay. And he's fine. He gets on his horse and he's hovering above the whole thing.
Yeah, this is strong.
So Lily, you run out there, and what do you want to do? 3 people are hanging in this rift.
Are they just like hanging on the edge?
Yeah.
Okay. Question. How long has it been? Like, how long have we been driving for?
It was like an hour.
Okay.
So you get a short rest if you want.
Yeah. Okay. Because I get my spells back. So.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. In that case, I'm going to do a plant growth and have trees just kind of like scoop them up and push them out. Like.
Okay.
Shove them over.
Plant growth. Okay.
Yes.
I'll make a roll for each one of them. So, Luvash. Oh, Jesus. Good. Alright. So, your plant growth grows, and Luvash rolled a 1. So he grabs onto a branch, but it breaks, and he falls into the rift.
Oh no.
But,
Oh no!
Marcus is climbing up the plant, so he'll have advantage on getting out. Winthrop, what do you want to do on your turn?
Right now, I don't have anything that I can do to help the person who fell, so I'm just gonna try to climb out.
Okay, so you have advantage on your climb athletics.
Okay. Here we go. Advantage. Ooh, that helped. Okay. Is it just a straight roll or? Okay, so I got 19.
Okay, Winthrop, you're able to pull yourself out. Bray
Yay.
Sweet, Marcus, Neural.
Alright.
Well, I'm barely holding on to these branches.
I reach out a hand to help.
I think I'm going too full.
I mean, I did try to do like a, not like have them grab branches, but like scoop them out.
It's starting to scoop me, but I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to get up. Brave sweat.
Is it possible for me to reach out a hand? Brave sweat.
Yeah. Make a strength check to pull him out.
Oh, I'm good at that, so that's a good thing. Oh, that was only an 11. Oh.
You have advantage though, so you can try again.
Oh, okay.
Thanks.
Well, that was a bit better. So that's a 13.
Fabio reaches down and helps you, and together you pull Marcus out.
Awesome.
So the other is starting to go, Luvash, no! And he's just gone. Fell in.
It really sucks.
He's gone. So once
If I had a freaking wild shape, I would have been able to save him, but I don't. I used them all.
So the whole place is still kind of shaking, and you see like smoke coming up from the distance. Madame Eva says, "There's not much time. Whatever you need to do, you should do it now." She says, "Count Strahd, you need to return to Castle Ravenloft." And he says, "Not without Seraphine." He looks off into the distance, full of yearning.
Oh my god, what's going on?
He looks at the moon. He looks at the moon and he sees Seraphine's face. And he reaches out to it, but then it disappears. Then he's full of pain.
Every shit happening. I don't know.
Ah!
Oh, I don't like this.
Marcus says, "Okay, well, all right, everybody. I guess we're going to do this. We're going to go into the mists, all right? So hold on, let me focus."
What?
And mist begins to roil. What is it, Lilia? There's not much time.
I mean, the rod might fall into the abyss at this point, or whatever's in there. So.
Marcus says, "Well,
Yeah, did you get the rod like when we first sent you out to do?
no. Well, no. The guy's been whipping
You
me
had
for
one
like.
job.
The guy's been whipping me for like a day. My back is in incredible pains. Now, hold on, I'm going to get the mists. Well, I don't. He stops for a second. Well, do you want to get Seraphine or do you want to get Strahd? Strahd says, "Do not stop, Marcus. No." And he goes, "See, Strahd is giving me pressures."
But if we don't get the rod, the whole multiverse is going to, fall apart, and then none of this will matter.
Well, I hate to say
Save
this.
one person and lose the world. Save the world.
Lilia, I hate to say this, but it sounds like what you are proposing is that you split the group. Some of you come with me into the mist to save Seraphine, and the rest of you go to get the rods.
Seems.
You have little times. Here comes the mist.
Don't do
It's
it!
enveloping us.
Ah!
I
Mark.
sense a new domain.
Yes, sounds like a stellar idea.
Strahd says,
All right.
I cannot go through the mists. If any of you want, you can come with me and we'll find the rod that you seek.
I'm going
honestly
to-
have no idea.
I'm going to
what
get the
we're doing.
rod. I'm going to get the rod. The rest of you can go and get Seraphine. After all, I'm the captain of the ship, and it was my mission to get the rod 7 parts. It's my responsibility.
Do what you
Your
gotta
responsibility is to the crew. Do what you gotta do.
do. I'm not there, but I want to argue.
So Brave Sweet is going to go with Strahd, and the rest of you going into the mists?
Make a decision.
All right.
My thinking was that we could go to and fro as we needed, not because if
I
Mark
didn't realize
Marcus,
Barovia is falling freaking apart.
yeah,
Do what you gotta do. I'll build a pretzel stand. I'll have naughty ends and a tourist group before you.
Pretzel stand.
I'll have tourists before you even get there. It's a vacation spot.
Alright. See, Seraphine's got it.
Okay, I'm just putting this out there in canon. Everybody does have a one of the crystals that we got.
Oh.
Yes.
Right.
Everybody has one from for communication purposes.
I have sending, so I can try to contact. You guys can't contact back until I let you, or it gets lost.
Yeah. So that like, briefly, if anything happens, you call us and I will be there.
You're gonna let her go?
I got you.
What?
You're gonna let her? Is she like? I'm not there. I'm not there.
Shut
I don't like this at all.
Shut up, guys.
So Brave Sweet is gonna go with like the army of NPCs in Strahd to find the rod.
The army of NPCs.
This can't go wrong. This can't go
wrong.
You guys, it's on you.
And the rest of you are going through. Good luck.
I'm gonna go with Brave Sweet.
Oh.
I have to fix this, so I have to go with Brave Sweet.
Marcus says, "Well, Winthrop, I guess it is just you and me, my friend."
Okay. It does make me feel better to have at least someone with Brave Sweet.
Yeah, because Brave Sweet.
Save your bow. I mean, you're Seraphine.
I'm gonna turn to Winthrop and say, get her back. We'll meet up with you as soon as we can.
Okay. I'll do what I can.
Get her back.
Keep in contact.
Or don't.
Yes. And I'm gonna give her. I'm gonna give him a big hug.
Hug.
A hug.
All right. So you watch as Marcus and Winthrop walk through the mists, and then they just kind of vanish, and the mist just kind of dissipates, and they're gone. So, Seraphine, you're in your realm, and you immediately sense new presences in your realm, and you have a certain amount of control of the mists, and you can sort of decide where they come out. You can only sense their outlines, like you can't really tell exactly who they are. You just see them like as if they were silhouettes. But you know Winthrop and maybe Marcus well enough to know who they are just based on the way they're walking.
Yeah. Okay. Then I'll deposit them close to outside the temple so I can go get them.
Okay. All right.
So,
Winthrop, you and Marcus appear in a realm where it's like dusk. You're outside a temple of Umbra. You see a lot of statues of Umbra, who is a beautiful woman with like bat wings coming out of her back. And there's a battlefield behind you and a floating island and a wall of mist kind of making out the border of the whole realm. It's a very small realm. And actually, you're right at the entrance, like an open doorway, and there's like the floor is covered in blood, fresh blood.
Yeah,
it's kind of
everything's covered in blood.
Spreading right towards your feet. Marcus Nerl says, well, this is not good to start with.
Dark powers work fast.
Yes.
Ugh.
Yeah. Since I sense them coming, I'll kind of peek out and be like, oh, is it just you?
Yeah, right now you're covered in blood. Are you okay?
I'm great. I've learned a lot really fast. I have an army. I'm building one.
A 10-foot tall suit of armor with spikes coming out of its back. It's got 3 dead mongrel folk impaled on it. It grabs another mongrel folk body and like stabs it on the spikes, and then stands behind Seraphine and looks at you.
I think that's good.
Yeah, I'm okay. I'm as okay as I can be.
Uh,
Didn't expect to see you.
Yeah. We figured out a way in, I guess. Thanks, Marcus.
Marcus says, "We've come to save you or something."
We need to figure out how to do that, because if you're the lord of this domain, then you're kind of stuck.
Yeah, have you figured out anything about that, or did you just come to see me?
We came without learning anything because Barovia is falling apart. Like, literally.
Why?
I don't know.
Marcus
Like,
says,
an earthquake happened and the spatial rift happened and it was scary.
Marcus says, "I think it is because the dark powers were once, there's like 20 of them, and they were all behind Strahd, but now they're picking other peoples. So Barovia is getting smaller. Like Seraphine one picked you, and one tried to pick the Winthrops, but Winthrops said no. I think."
Can I help?
That what that was?
Can I help him? If I have a dark power on my side, can I aid him?
Aid Strahd? You're stuck here forever. You're cursed. You're just going to get more evil and more evil as time goes on.
Well, we can talk about my impending doom another time. I mean, there's people in Barovia who obviously need help.
Well, from the looks of it, I look at dead mongrel folk on the ground. There's people here that need help too.
Well, they're not exactly the best people. I mean, I don't really know.
You know, I'd say that about the people in Barovia too. One guy was like, Marcus, turn around.
Okay, I turn around.
Well, I mean, we can't really play God. I mean, I kind of am, but
you're just
yeah,
right now.
It's a lot. Where's Brave Sweet and Lilia?
They're off trying to get the last piece of the rod in Barovia. I don't know where that is.
Well, shit.
The main thing I know is that's the third one, and if we get the last 4, we would get a wish. We could probably get you out that way, but that would take forever.
And we'd let the Queen of Chaos win, because she would have the potential to take it.
Exactly.
Shit. Well, there's an impending battle, so you might want to come inside, just kind of ignore the decor. I'm kind of spring cleaning. I'm panicking a little bit, but it's okay.
Right now.
Okay.
I'm kind of invulnerable right now, but I'm working on it. I'm trying to not let it get worse.
Okay.
I'm doing my best, okay, with what I have.
That's fair. Have you explored your whole temple thing?
Yeah.
Big.
Funny story. I kind of killed the first angel of Umbra.
Oh. The abbot?
He wants to kill me now.
Wait, he's alive? How do you kill if he's alive? I'm confused. This is worse than the zombie mom. I don't...
It's the domain. It's my own personal hell, I guess. So
okay. I guess that makes sense.
I literally have to become what I despise to save it. Great. It's great.
Great.
But make yourself at home. I'm gonna go try to wash this off. Figure out, unless, do you think it's terrifying enough? Because I'm a little terrified to find a mirror.
Oh, it's grotty for sure.
Okay, I can work with that. Yeah, so you can explore. It kind of makes me really sad because I used to live in one of these. But I think there's a bed somewhere if you need to rest.
I do, but I think we have first comes to first. Where in a temple would you normally find, like, books, library kind of thing?
That would usually be in the headmaster's main area, but it's a little different. There's different things here. There's chasm, there's pools of blood. It's a lot.
Okay.
I'll go try to find something. I don't know if I will.
All right. Well, it's finding clues is the best we've got right now. So
I
let's
figured
do
out
that.
statues. I figured I got one thing. I'm getting there.
Okay.
All right, so you're gonna search the temple for clues.
Yeah.
I'm gonna search the
So
statues.
that means you would see all of the rooms. So there's statues of Umbra, statues of the abbot in angel form. There's the 3 pools where you see the 3 sad sacks in different realms, and you would see the room with all of the suits of armor with the spikes on their backs. Only one is animated, and there's 49 more standing there. And in the middle, there's that chasm that's kind of pulling at you slightly. And yeah, you do find some books, just holy texts of Umbra. Just basically tell the story of Umbra, how she was prophesized to be born, and then she was born. So certain people who had prophesized for her to be born turned themselves to stone. And when she was born, they became unstone, and they took care of her. She was just a little girl born with a mark on her palm, and she magically just aged to adulthood in like a year. And she became the goddess of good. She lived in Sigil for a while.
Yeah.
Had to get out of Sigil, though, in order to become a goddess, am I right?
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. They had a realm all set up for her.
Yeah.
They were called the Zaktars, the people who were waiting for her.
Yeah, so not a lot to do. There's a lot of statues of Umbra, and I feel really bad looking at them. And I don't want to like desecrate them even more. So I'm just.
So while you two are brainstorming, meanwhile, in Barovia, Lilia and Braithsweet and Escher and Esmeralda and Vasilka and Fabio and Strahd and Strahd's horse take a long journey racing through the woods. Every once in a while, you do see a huge rift in the ground issuing forth purple energy. And you follow, you can sense the next piece of the rod, right? So you're just going to follow that?
Yes.
All right.
Oh, this is going to be good.
It brings you to a collapsed tower, and there's a huge rift under it.
Oh.
And,
is it like there? Can I feel that it's there, or is it in the rift?
You sense it should be around here somewhere.
Okay. I tell everybody to start looking because clearly it's here. I saw it here.
Okay. So
in my vision.
Start searching through the wreckage.
Yeah.
And Esmeralda kind of disappears. While you're searching, you realize she's not around anymore.
Do we know that she was working with the...
Yeah, I think she told Braithsweet at least.
Okay.
Yeah.
Did you? I don't think you had time to tell us.
Let's see, Lilia or Braithsweet. Let me roll. Braithsweet, you find a journal.
Oh boy. Oh, okay.
It's Von Richten's journal.
Oh. Hey, we're almost to now.
Do you flip through it?
I do, but I don't want Strahd to see the fact that I have his journal.
It's not Strahd's journal.
Yeah, it's Von Richten's journal, not Strahd's.
It's Von Richten, but he wants to kill Van Richten.
They are enemies.
Yeah, they're enemies. That's true.
So I don't want him. I don't want him to know that I have Van Richten's journal.
So you grab it and you put it away somewhere real quick.
But I look over my shoulder to make sure.
Oh, okay. So you're gonna flip through it, but you don't want Strahd to see.
Yeah.
All right, you flip through it. You learn Von Richten's origin story, which is basically his son was killed by a vampire, and so now he hunts vampires. That's basically Von Richten's origin, boiled down.
Cool.
You also learn that he did find the piece of the rod.
That's probably as much Braithsweet gets out of it too.
And you learn that he found a piece of the rod, and he's attuned to it, and he wants to use it to try to kill Strahd. And you also read the last entry has to do with these rifts and his theory is that he might be able to destroy Barovia once and for all by going to the Amber Temple and taking all of those amber sarcophagi, each one holds one of the dark powers, and throwing them into the rift. Just getting them out of Barovia altogether, and without their power holding it up, it will all crumble away.
Just yeet them into space.
Yes.
Yeet!
Bye-bye, dark powers. Now the question is, if dark power, like, if he throws away Seraphine's dark power shenanigans, what will happen?
Nothing good.
Not
Still
sure.
I don't know.
I don't know.
I want to say that I probably share this with Lilia if I can without Strahd knowing again. And then I want to my personal guess is that this is already happening. Like he's already in the Ember Temple right now, and he's the one that's causing these rifts in Barovia.
Right, but
you would say that, but Lillian knows that he's got to be close, or at least a piece of the rod is close, because she can sense the location up to a certain point. He's got to be within 300 feet of where you are.
All right. So
I wish I had looked at person or object or anything like that.
I'm whispering to her like, Van Richten is the one causing these rifts. Well, the rod is nearby, so let's snag it.
Strahd on his horse lands next to you, and he gets off his horse, and he puts a hand on Lilia's shoulder, and he says, "Have you had any luck?"
They're still looking.
He says, I know that this has been difficult for you, but it will all work out.
I'll make sure it does. And
then, from the woods, Esmeralda and an elderly man wearing goggles and a long brown trench coat, holding a crossbow pointed at Strahd.
There they be.
And it's Von Richten.
He
says,
no, this is Van
"At last,
Richten.
Strahd, my eternal enemy." Strahd turns and just raises an eyebrow. Von Richten yells to Lilia and Braithwaite, "Together, we can defeat Strahd once and for all, right now." He opens his cloak, and he's got like 3 wooden stakes in it.
Do we see the rod on him? Is that why?
Yes, actually, it's like stuffed in his belt.
oh, alright.
Oh
no!
Strahd
nice! I can't! Oh!
Strahd raises an eyebrow. Von Richten says, and Escher is like looking real nervous right now. And he's kind of like looking toward the forest as he's running.
It's like, should I just run? Should I just leave?
Esmeralda says, "Now's our chance."
I walk up to Van Richten.
Shoot him.
Hold on.
Uh-huh.
Are you Van Richten?
I am the famous monster hunter. Now is not the time,
Hey,
friend. I've got Strahd in my sights.
Hold on. It's so nice to meet you. I want to shake his hand.
No, this is only gonna get bad.
Time and place, Braithwaite.
Time and place.
You want to shake his hand? All right. So
can I cast Can I try to? Actually, no. I'm not gonna cast anything. I'm just gonna be like, Van Richten, I know you want to kill Strahd, but this is not the time. There are bigger things at work here.
I'm like offering Van Richten like a hug as if like we're buddies.
He looks at Lilia confused. Braithwaite, you're gonna hug him?
Buddy!
All right. he looks at Lily confused as Braceweed gives him.
Does he let me hug him?
Yeah, I guess so. He's still got his crossbow pointed at Strahd, but yeah, he'll let you hug him.
Oh my god, this is so stupid.
Okay. When I come and I give him like a big like pal hug, but when I'm in the hug, I try to sleight of hand my way to get the rod.
All right, go ahead.
I
All right, make a sleight of hand. It's kind of a weird hug because it's in his front belt area, so
Yeah.
I don't know how exactly.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh no! I rolled a natural 1.
So what does that mean?
No!
She grabs a rod on rod.
You grabbing that rod?
Oh no!
Which one you grabbing, though?
God damn it!
No!
Oh boy. Huh.
Ah!
They didn't teach me what to
Oh
do
my
about
God.
this in DM school, you know.
This is what the academy is for.
I guess I would assume he like kind of
Oh
like
my
just
God.
pulls the trigger on his crossbow and you know, and the bolt goes flying past Strahd. All right, and then he like he's gonna try to escape your grip. We'll do a pose.
But I'm trying to go for a better hug.
Let's do an opposed strength, I guess.
Oh, okay.
I got a 12.
I got a 13.
Okay.
Oh,
She's like,
Oh my god.
He says, "Let go of me." And Esmeralda says, "What are you doing, Brave Sweet?" So Brave Sweet, what do you want to do?
Can I sleight of hand again?
Yeah, go ahead.
Yes.
I'm so frustrated. This is like what
Please,
is happening?
please.
Oh no!
Oh, I rolled a 19, and that's like a.
Okay, so you yoink the rod. And you have
Yoink!
it.
And then I'm like, and then I brush off like nothing happened.
All right, so while you distract
Wow.
Von Richten, Strahd, like with lightning speed, kind of ends up behind Von Richten, and he opens his mouth, and his fangs get real long. And Lily, you have a chance to do something while Brave Sweet's yeeting the.
Doing
Rod.
really weird
We don't have time for this.
stuff.
Do you want to do
Strahd!
anything before Strahd tries to vampirize Von Richten?
Yes, I want to try to stop him and tell him to think about Seraphine.
Oh,
We have more important things to worry about.
All right, so he's about to sink his teeth into Van Richten's neck, and he looks at you when you say that, and his fangs kind of go back into his mouth, and he grabs Von Richten and he like throws him into the wreckage of his tower,
You really need to work on your anger management issues, Strahd.
and then he
This is not healthy.
backhands Esmeralda and sends her flying as well.
Why is everybody so slappy in this dimension? What's happening?
They're very slap happy.
Jeez.
So he walks back over. He says, "Well, you have the piece of the rod that you needed."
they don't know that.
Oh,
I sneaked.
well, all right then. What can we do to help Seraphine?
Well, I have a very stupid plan, but we need to get at Barovia. So,
I agree. We can
Yeah.
call up Marcus and tell him, hey, we're coming.
Marcus is in Seraphine's dimension.
Yeah, but I got the sending stone.
I mean,
Wink.
that's true.
We all have one, yeah.
Like
Yeah.
I'm giving like copious amount of signals to Lil Doc that we got this. We can go. The cat's out of the bag.
All right, so you send
So
psychic
do I
message-
roll insight on that?
No, well, you're sending a
Yeah.
telepathic message to Lilia to tell her
That thing that, oh yeah,
because you have the shards of the crystal. Yeah.
Oh, sick! I forgot that you could do
I know. We're so good at this. We're so good.
All right.
Bad. Okay.
So
like-
Strahd says, "I'm confused. Are we looking for this rod or not?"
Yes, we are. I just forgot to tell Seraphine something. And I think you want to hear it too. Wink.
What is that?
Well, it's business.
He gets on his
She's really
horse.
trying to hold.
He gets on his
She's
horse.
really trying not to smile.
He gets on his horse and he says, "I am getting impatient. We came here looking for the rod. Did we find it? Are we done?"
Yeah. Yes.
Right,
we realized something that we kind of need Seraphine.
We found
to
what
actually
we were
get
looking
to the
for.
rock.
Don't worry about it. She'll.
Yeah.
I have minor illusions, so I can like make a rod, but it doesn't look like the rod. It just looks like a different kind of magical rod.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, just kind of like a stick.
So like
fancy stick.
Just so it doesn't look like we swiped it. It looks like a different one that we were looking
Yeah.
for. It's
Like,
definitely not
we
that
got
one
it.
that
We
we're
got it.
looking for.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Strat says, "All right, then you have what you're looking for."
Yes.
Yes.
Now
How
what?
do we get out of Barovia? How do we leave?
Well, the Vistani could take you out.
Okay.
All right, let's head back to the Vistani and just ask them to give us a ride.
All right. Well, let's go.
So awkward. It's so,
There's so many enemies right now. Just like
I don't know who to side with, and I'm so uncomfortable that like Lily's just like sweat panicking and like
Y'all are gonna come to the worst place.
All right. So when you get in your carriage, Fabio's in there, Vasilka's in there. You don't see Escher anywhere, and Esmeralda is out.
she ran away.
That's fine. He lives in this
Fine.
dirty ass town. I don't care anymore.
Okay.
As soon as we get in,
Lily is like,
as soon as we get back into the carriage, and I know that like, what's his face that I stole the rod from is out of earshot, I burst out laughing. I hold out the actual rod, and I'm like, "Ha! That loser!" Like so myself.
I am terrified. We're going to get killed by so many people.
I got it!
She just kind of looks at you like, was it worth it?
See? Yeah? Now can you go and do what we need to do again, yeah?
You see,
Yes, but that takes about 8
Lilia,
hours, and we don't
Do
have
we have
that
the
kind of
rod
time.
right now?
Don't have time for that.
Lilia, we should connect them together with super rod.
That
Yes,
takes
but we don't
hours.
have time for that. Takes 8 hours.
Okay.
It does.
as you're
Alright.
talking, Lily, you notice that Fabio is looking at Bracesweet and smiling, and Vasilka is looking at Fabio and smiling.
Oh god. Oh god.
Does
Oh,
Gracie look at Vasilka and smile?
excited.
Because then I can like,
Grace's just so happy. Right?
yeah. Oh, go time.
All right, meanwhile, in Seraphine's temple,
Yep.
Mhm.
you rest. Take a full rest.
Well,
Yeah.
I mean, if that ends up happening, then I will gladly take a full rest.
All right. So what you learn is that after 8 hours pass, this realm it seems to either be dusk or dawn, and that's it. These are the only two settings, you know.
Ooh.
So yeah. And once it becomes dawn, you see an army beginning to form outside of another 100 mongrel folk.
Huh.
But you are so what you there's rooms for you to sleep in. I mean, so does Winthrop? You sleep in some room alone, and Seraphine sleeps in some other room alone. Do you interact at all that
I
night?
mean,
Mm.
I
You
don't
sleep in
need
a
to
room?
sleep. I just trance for 4 hours, and then as long as I'm doing things that are not very
Yeah, I'd probably want to stay together because I don't know what happens in this temple, and if anyone attacks, I don't want him to be alone. So, like,
but
I'll have the statue stand guard outside the door. If that's okay.
So the statue stands guard, and you two. So Seraphine, you sleep in the same room, and Winthrop, you trance
Mm-hmm.
So what do you do when you're done trancing and Seraphine is still sleeping? Marcus is just passed out snoring.
Yeah, he's not
okay. Honestly, I think one of the first things I do is find like the nearest statue of Umbra and just sit at it.
Okay. So as you sit at it, the statue like starts, like it's stone. It's like 15 feet tall. It's kind of looming over you.
Mm-hmm.
And when you sit there and look at it, like tears begin to come from the eyes.
I'll just say, how can we help her? To no one in particular, because he was thinking it's rhetorical, but at the same time, he doesn't know how praying works. So,
how pray?
How do pray? So he's
okay. So okay. So Winthrop, you kind of sort of are praying.
Kind of.
Seraphine.
Wow.
You hear this. You hear Winthrop's thoughts. How can you hear Winthrop say in your head, and you have the ability to respond in a kind of a godly, divine fashion if you want to.
God.
Whoa.
God, what did I say?
Wow.
Fuck. What did I say? I don't want to be morbid and say nothing, but I guess I would just say help her find her way to what she lost.
So you actually get a response, Winthrop. And a heavenly voice says, help her find what she lost. Sparkle, sparkle.
I was not expecting a response.
Does it sound like a disembodied voice, or is it Seraphine's voice?
It's up to you.
What's happening?
Oh God, I'll make it disembodied because I don't want to know.
It's like, okay. Huh. And he just looks down and starts thinking to himself for the last like 4 hours worth of nothing happened.
Okay. All right. So it's dawn. Seraphine, you're fully rested.
Mm-hmm.
You find Winthrop sitting right where he was when he prayed.
Mm-hmm.
And Marcus says, this slip did little for the incredibly open wounds on my bick. They hurt me very much.
Oh yeah. Shit. I don't know what's gonna. Fuck it. I don't know if this will help or not, but I'll use Cure Wounds. See if I can still do that.
You do. Yeah.
Okay, then cool. That's 7 + 4, so that's 12 points of healing.
Okay.
Just
So the wounds pretty much heal up.
Yeah, help us back.
So, what are we going to do? Should I just leave you here? Because I don't know how you're going to get out. No offense.
Yeah.
I mean,
and I'm a little worried you're eventually going to become this big evil thing, and you're going to try to kill me or something.
I don't really want to be reminded. I don't know what's going to happen, but I'm gonna put a hand on Winthrop and just say, I think there's going to be a battle happening soon, and I don't know if I want you caught up in it. I know they're coming here. I need to go check really fast, but I wanted to check on you first.
Okay.
Because I'm good here for now. I can help myself, but I can't help you. You're vulnerable here. I have ways of protecting you, but they're not very good ways, and I don't really think you would want that way to happen.
Okay. Well,
I mean, now that you know I'm okay, did you want to go back to them, or?
I don't know how we can free you from a domain of dread. The only ways I can think of off the top of my head is a wish spell and just killing you, which is not what I want to do.
Yeah,
Because...
I mean, yeah, I can do a lot.
Marcus
even then,
pipes up. There's been a few times in the past where Strahd was killed, and he eventually just came back.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well, there you go.
No offense.
Yeah, so I might just come back here.
You're a prisoner forever.
Yeah, the only things I can think
entity of evil that will grow and
go on
to do many terrible things to a lot of people. And misery and suffering will be your hobby.
I'm not trying to make anyone suffer, is the thing. I'm already suffering enough. I don't want anyone else to deal with that.
Of course, powerful lady. Anything you say.
I just disconnect you from the dark power somehow.
If you can. I mean, I know that I chose this. I didn't know what I was choosing, but I just wanted a way to help us and to not lose everyone again. If this is my punishment for that, then that's okay. Because if I really think about it, if I do get out of here one day, at least I might have some sort of aid or army or power to help defeat the Queen of Chaos. And it's not the way I would have liked, but it's a way.
But if you're trapped here, no one can come to you or get you out.
I'll find a way. I don't know. I can ask Strahd. If you guys go find out another way, that'll help. But being here isn't ideal. But I can create aid. I can build power here. I can take her down.
But if you do that, you're going to give in to the dark power. And if you do that, you'll become like Strahd, trapped there for millennia.
Yeah.
That's the thing. Try to... Have you gone to that island?
I've been kind of scared too. I know there's a chasm here, and I don't know where it goes or where it leads or what happens to people who go in it. I tried figuring it out, and they were kind of half dead when they went through it, so I don't have any references. And I haven't gone to the island. There's a lot I haven't done. I've been here, feels like a year, but it's only been a day. I don't know. Time's really different here.
What if... Marcus, you think we could go get people? Mm-hmm. I'm thinking Lillian, Brave Sweet specifically. Mm-hmm. Come back. Mm-hmm. And that island is flying, right? Mm-hmm. Winthrop takes a deep breath because he isn't quite over his fear of heights. But I can get up there.
I can get you up there. I don't really know how this works, but I could allow you to come here. I can get people in. I don't know about getting them out, but if it's anything like Strahd's abilities, I can maybe figure out a way to let people in and out. Give you aid if you needed it, and go explore that.
Okay. How far away is that flying island, though?
Probably far as fuck.
It's across the battlefield, so it's like half a mile, something like that.
Yeah, we got to get through that giant army just chilling. I can take care
go.
of that, but
no, I can go.
How? Oh, just turning into like a raven or something? Okay, if you can go there, I can distract the army.
Well, might not need to. If I go high enough.
Yeah, but once you get over there, what if you're stuck there?
I don't know.
I don't really want you going alone. There's only so much I can do here until I figure out how...
You want to experiment the ejecting someone somewhere theory?
I can try.
Okay, cool. To and fro from Barovia and here, I guess, maybe.
I guess I can kind of put you there if they come here.
Seraphine, that if Winthrop wanders through the mists, you can kind of control where Winthrop emerges in your realm. So there are your temple is kind of on one edge of the realm. So in like the back of your temple there is mists. So you're pretty sure that if Winthrop walked into those mists, you can have him emerge wherever you want in your realm. So you could have him appear up in the
Okay, I'm gonna try something. I'm learning it as I go, so just walk over into the mist. Take Marcus with you for safety. And
oh, great!
Shut up! You're in my realm now.
Terrible ideas.
Shut up!
You're
doing my best.
Right,
I'm learning, and I'll kind of walk them out and guide them towards the mist and try to aim for the island.
Okay. All right. So before I walk into the mist, though, I just like try not to kill people. That seems to be what's powering things right now.
They're trying to kill me, though. There's only so much I can do.
I get that. That's why I said try.
I tried before. I'm doing my best.
Okay.
So Winthrop, you're gonna walk into the mists?
I guess so.
All right. So Seraphine, you see Winthrop step in, and you're gonna kind of use your power to control. So basically, Winthrop, you walk into the mists, you wander for a moment, and then you emerge on a place called the Graveyard of Angels.
Oh, fuck.
We're just about out of time, but I just want to know for planning next time. Lilia, what's your plan for next time?
As we're driving in the cart, and like going to see the sighting, I'm gonna turn to Brienne and be like, "Do you think
who's Brienne?"
Gravesweet?
I saw the bean. I saw your name and I read it. Sorry. Yeah. I'm gonna turn to Bravesweet. I'm just gonna be like, "Do you think that we can get somebody to call Umbra?" And
I do not know, but we
get her help.
Call Umbra.
Yeah.
Call Umbra.
Or visit Umbra. I don't know how that works. I'm not a.
I mean,
she got a phone number.
Yeah. Give her up. Yeah.
Call Umbra for help.
But sending stone to someone on the ship.
Right.
Use the statue that's on the ship.
We left a sending stone on the ship.
Lilia, you have heard of you could summon an avatar of a god.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's been done. People have summoned an avatar of the Raven Queen sometimes to run around with them. That actually is in an adventure I ran a long time ago. Okay. That is possible, but yeah, you'd have to find
somebody who's powerful enough to do it.
Okay. All right. So that's kind of your basic idea. You want to see if there's a way for you to summon Umbra for aid. Okay.
My question is, do I know the story about like Umbra and all that?
You traveled with Seraphine for many months, and
I would have talked about it at least.
And also, I mean, Seraphine at one point had this huge statue of Umbra in her room,
right?
Kind of protecting her ship. So I would think that you would know quite a bit about Umbra.
Yeah, we traveled for like a year together. I would
okay.
Like bedtime stories. We probably all talked about like little things.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay. Then in that case, I'm gonna suggest that we go to Sigil because that's where she's from.
Oh my god.
All right.
All right.
Don't go to Sigil without me.
Idea.
All right.
Oh my god.
All right. Well, I guess we'll do that next week.
Yeah.
Oh cow! All right. So why don't we do plugs before we wrap it up? Do you have any plugs?
Yes. On Fridays I play Retroverse. Next week I don't think we're having a game, but the week after that, oh Nelly! I hope somebody punches my kid. Good lord! But that's happening, and Stone is still on the waiting list, but hopefully we'll be back with that very, very soon. So that's it for me.
All right. Chloe, got any plugs? There's no more Secrets of Castle Greyhawk, so.
Yeah, unfortunately. You can find me here next Sunday with all these lovely ladies for Dungeon Academy next week. It's going to be at 5:30 p.m. Central Standard Time. And Power Score RPG Twitch, same spot like usual. But this week I have spring break, so I will have free time to both clean and view my feelings online. So I will be hopefully posting the first 2 chapters of Dungeon Academy AU fanfiction and some fan art. I have a mock-up of both Brave Suite currently and Seraphine as a domain Dread Queen.
Nice.
In the works. So if I can get my computer to work, I will have a version of that out soon.
Cool. Raina, do you have any plugs?
Well, you can find me on Twitter at MIKO_CARINA. And I'm here every Sunday. And on Thursdays, I tend to be on Waffle Talk. We'll see if I can do it this coming Waffle Talk. Last week, I wasn't able to. And I've been streaming a little bit more recently. Like, I'm planning on streaming later today, hopefully, if fingers crossed. We'll see if I can do that.
What are you doing today?
It would probably be a Hat in Time.
Ooh, so much fun.
Very fun, cute as heck game.
Yes.
And it's been really fun, too. So, yeah. So, it's same username, Miko Karina. So, yeah.
And Brienne, your Twitter name is StingCatBreezy.
Yeah, you can follow me on Twitter, StingCatBreezy. I am going to be posting art there pretty darn soon because school is becoming lesser and lesser funny enough for work and all that. Another thing I would like to announce, I'm not 100% sure if I'm going to stream it yet, but I'm going to be DMing my own game for a group of friends that live with me here in Nanaimo who've been begging for me to make a game.
Awesome.
That's
and
good.
The campaign is about the Rat Queen and the Rat King and the Snake. So
yes, do it.
I want to stream it, but if they're not comfortable with that, then I won't. But I'm a very baby DM, so I'm just asking for all your help and support with just
It's okay.
Yes, you're good.
I support actually run a game.
Cool. That's really awesome.
But I'm excited for that.
On the DM side, it's super fun.
It is super fun.
It is fun.
Oh, I can't
do all the shenanigans.
I can't wait.
All right. Yeah.
So that will be fun. And then of course I'm here, same time, same channel. I hate when time zones start changing because we just have a new
I used to text you in the morning and be like, Brienne.
Yeah.
In this many hours.
I would have completely missed it. I was like, oh, it's just an hour from now. I'm like, whatever. I hate that. So
you're fine.
Thank you guys for saving my butt again.
All right.
I'm sorry for all the weird time shenanigans. And let's go do more.
No, I'm sorry that it's happening.
Right.
This campaign's been great. If you guys aren't following these people, what are you doing with your life?
Please join me as I yell at my other character forever and praise my beautiful baby dog.
All right. So we'll be back next week, 6:30 p.m. Eastern Time on the same channel. Thank you, everybody, for watching, and we'll see you again next time. Bye-bye.
Bye.